Hello, everybody. My name is Lisa Lamont, and I am the host of the show, Ladies, Get Your Prance On. And I am so excited to have in the house all the way from Oklahoma, Kelly Clanton. Welcome, Kelly.
Hi, I'm so glad to be here. It's such an honor. This is 2 times now.
I know, but now we have you. Now we have you live. And so let's just start off by sharing this. Why are you in your car right now? I love this story. We're going to start right off.
Driving. Disclaimer, I'm not driving. I'm parked. I actually have a 9 to 5, but I normally only work Thursdays. Just on Thursdays, I'm a dental assistant, but the main assistant was taking off this whole week. So I filled in, but I said, okay, with the stipulation, I have a radio show to do on Monday. And then I've got my show on Tuesday. So, which I cannot wait. You get to be my guest next Tuesday. The roles reversed. How exciting will that be?
You know, when I'm asked to be a guest on other shows, I am so honored. But when I'm the host, I'm relaxed because it's my show. Maybe it's my little control inside of me. But I get really nervous when I'm on other people's shows.
I know it is. I feel that same way right now. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm stumbling over my words and everything else. And my show's just radio. This is like, there's some camera action going on here.
And I did my radio show for 4 years. And the reason why I changed is because, there's so many, Prancing kids. We have over 3,000 people in our group. And I wanted them to be able to see and get to know who you are, because you have a wonderful voice. Obviously on radio, you're great, but I love your energy and who you are. And I just thought, I want the viewers to be able to see you and know who you are. And you wrote this incredible book, and I have to look down at it so I don't mess it up. It's the 365 Affirmations to Smile. And and it just skyrocketed right to a bestseller. So let's just jump right in. And what inspired you to write this book?
It was so many, gosh, it's kind of funny. I didn't start out to write a book. I never thought of myself as an author. I mean, like, what? But I was making posts every morning on my personal Facebook page, just an affirmation every day. I thought, hey, I enjoy it. Maybe somebody else will enjoy it too. And the feedback was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. And I thought, well, friends, they're supposed to be nice and everything. And just it growing and growing. And I thought, oh my gosh. And then, as you well know, our good friend Jody approached me. I went to school with Jody. We've known each other for a long, long time and reconnected.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Another thing. Yeah.
There you go. Jody and I have known each other for a long, long time. Lost touch like a lot of people do, and then reconnected a few years back. We've spent several New Year's Eves together and stuff. And she called me and said, she had messaged me and said, you need to write this book. And I'm like, okay, you're my friend. You're supposed to be nice. Thank you. A few days later, she called me. She said, no, I'm serious. You need to write the book. I've got a title. Meet me for lunch. And I'm like, well, what's the worst case scenario? Yeah. I have a great friend. So I did and found out she's a publisher. I didn't know she was a publisher. I thought she just wanted me to go to lunch and she was going to tell me how I could get in touch with somebody to do it. Yeah. And no, she's the publisher. And I'm like, sold, done. Anything Jody Harris puts her hands on is golden. I'm in.
It is.
And it is everything I could have imagined and so much more. The opportunities that have come from this book are humbling, truly humbling. Oh, it's been a big honor.
So when you started writing these quotes on your Facebook page, you had no idea that it was going to inspire so many people. No. And when I look at your quotes and I read your quotes, because you still share them and your affirmations, they're so simple, but yet they're powerful. And there are some of the quotes on some of the days that really hit home. There are some quotes that you put that it brings tears to my heart and my soul, because it's a reminder that I am worthy, that I do deserve to be loved. Because, we have those days and it's just like, Kelly, you just have those quotes that just bing. It's just like, it's just like Lisa needed to hear that. And I love I love that you do that.
I'm
Is
so
there-
on.
Is there any quote that you can think of? I'm putting you on the spot here, and you're in your car. Is there any quote that resonates with you, or do you just have a quote off the top of your head that you'd like to share with the viewers today, or a message?
Isn't it terrible? I've talked to so many people about this that I don't actually have any of my quotes memorized.
May I share? I have a couple of them. May I share? Because usually, no, don't feel bad, because you're working and you're on the spot. So one of the quotes that you wrote on October 27th is, "You can't make the same mistake over and over. They are no longer mistakes, but choices. Forgiveness doesn't mean continued acceptance. Be what you want to see in others." Okay, that's powerful. And
So
then another quote that you wrote is, "Ignore the ignorance of others. Give your energy to things that matter. Don't let someone's pettiness steal your happiness." That is a quote that I kind of want to talk about. So many people with the election and the news, they bring up negative things, and people just spiral all over this. They just buy into this negativity. And I wish the news, I don't hardly watch the news at all, Kelly, because the news is 95% negative crap.
I don't all. I won't even turn it on. It's either just stupid stuff that somebody's killing somebody, somebody's raped somebody. There's nothing ever good. They don't want to tell you anything that good in this world that happens. And there is so much good in this world.
There is so much good in this world. And that's what the reason why I wanted to share two of those quotes is because we have a choice every day of what we're going to buy into. And that's why I wanted you on the show, because I love your book, because your quotes it's also having you take responsibility. Like if you choose to be around, negative news and things like that, I mean, it's free will, right? It's free will. But I'm not gonna hang with you if that's all you do is spread negativity. I don't have time.
It's like the negative Nellies. Donine and I talk about it on our radio show that we have, Hot Mamas. And it's like negative Nellies. We all have them around us, and it can go broader in the world, but most of the time it hits just home. Both of those quotes that, there are people that are in our lives, and all it is from one moment to the next, just anxieties of, am I going to say the right thing? Am I going to do the right thing? Are they going to be mad? It's not, let it go.
Yeah.
You cannot, it's a choice. If you allow yourself to most of the time people are only treating you the way you allow them to treat you.
Thank
the
you.
Way
Hello. Yes.
The way you've shown them that it's okay to treat you.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times we want to be angry at that person, and it's okay. You have that right to, but it's easier to push it off onto the person that's got the bad behavior, because that's the easiest, rather than turning it back and realizing that they're only treating me this way because I've allowed it to go on and I've allowed it to happen.
Yes.
I'm not doing it anymore. I rise up. We are worth more. It's a choice for us to allow somebody or not allow somebody like that. And it's a choice for that person to have that bad behavior or not have that bad behavior. It goes both ways. Everybody has a choice in how they're going to act and react to something.
It is your choice. And sometimes, you bring up of how we react. And before we react, I mean, I'm 58 years old, so I've been around the block quite a few times. I mean, to say that I've never got caught up in gossip, even recently, is a lie. It happens without us even thinking about it. It happens when someone says something about someone and you find yourself pulled into it. And it's just being aware and changing that. Like every morning I talk about doing mirror love, and I start off with the affirmations. I'm going to stay connected to positive people today. So I'm making a choice when I do my affirmations out loud in front of the mirror. And I talk about I'm going to have an awesome show with Kelly today. We are going to have so much fun. We're going to talk about affirmations and how to stay positive. So I am setting up the intention of how my day is going to go. And I tell you, your book does the same thing. It does touch on, like we talked about, being the victim. we can be the victim, we can blame others, or we can choose to take our power back and let them have it. What other people think about us is none of our business, right? That's that's another quote. But it's none of their business. The other thing I wanted to have you on the show today, because we're wrapping up 2016, and some people might be watching this in 2017. So welcome. We're glad that you're seeing us now. You are very much into health and fitness.
Yes.
And a lot of people, they go into New Year's resolutions with, I'm going to get into shape and I'm going to be healthy. But Kelly, you live and you walk it year round. And so what message can you give for the women that are watching this? What are some tips to say going into the new year that they might want to stay away from, or something that you really embrace for them to do? Do you have some tips to share about that?
Getting started is always the hardest thing.
Yeah.
And once started, forge through, keep going, buddy up. My thing is buddy up. There are people out there that are self-motivators and that like to be in the gym on their own, but most of us, the majority of us, just don't. I'm one of the ones that I just don't. So I put accountability around me, and I put buddy systems around me. And I've got different ones because things come up with people. And so I've got several different people that I can buzz up and say, hey, can you catch a workout today? So buddy up. I find that really helps me a lot, is to buddy up. And I find as best as I can to stay consistent with the same time every day. It becomes a routine that way. We all go 8 to 5. Okay, well then we go to the gym right after that. I find if I don't go home, just go to the gym, that helps. So just little things. But really accountability is a big thing. Get accountable to somebody. When you're accountable to someone else, you tend to follow through, because you've got somebody that's depending on you, that is going to check on how you're doing. And as a whole, we often, we don't want to fail. We want to succeed. So I'm big on the buddy system.
I love what you pointed out that I've never heard before, is be accountable to more than one person too. Because that one person might slip, or they might let you down, like they'll fall off. But if you have 2 or 3 people that you're being accountable to, I love it. I love it. The other thing too, that before we started the show, I always ask my guests, what's something that they may not know about you? And so you have something in common with my youngest daughter, Whitney, that you carry a gun. You have a concealed weapons permit. You like to go to the gun range.
I do.
So how long have you been shooting guns, and what got you started in it?
A little over a year.
Okay.
Right at about a year. I just had some girlfriends, and we decided to start having girls' day at the gun range, and we got some girls go get their nails done. We were going to the gun range. I thought that sounded like a fantastic idea. We were having lessons, and it was just the funnest thing you could have ever done. And because it wasn't just going to the range and shooting at a target. This guy was an ex, oh my gosh, he would kill me for not knowing this, Marine, I think. And
he's in the military.
Yes. And he had us actually doing different scenarios. He set up a board thing that looked like a car door, and we would shoot out the car door. And just things that were real life. He would have us go around walls that were like in the walls of your home if you were having a home invasion. It was real life scenarios that if we had to defend ourselves, believe me, I can defend myself. So
you were Charlie's Angels.
Right. It was so much fun. It was a lot of fun, and I actually am on their webpage. I'm on the banner of their webpage with my target. So I was pretty good at it.
So you've only been doing this for a little over a year. Do you encourage women to learn how to shoot a gun and be able to protect themselves. There's so few women that do this, and I'm telling you, it's going to be on my to-do list for 2017. I may not buy a gun, but I think it's good to understand about a gun. I used to shoot when I was younger with my dad. He'd go hunting and we'd take the rifle out and I'd shoot at targets and things like that, but it's been a long time.
I absolutely encourage it. I have a lot of police tendencies about me. I rarely sit with my back to any door in a restaurant. Anytime I go in somewhere, I'm just extremely observant. I know where the exits are. I'm aware of what goes on around me and my surroundings. But, you know, I'm human. There's always those times that I'm in a hurry and I don't. I carry my gun with me. I have two. I shoot a 9mm, which I love. And I have a Glock. And I have a Sig Sauer. So it's a lot of fun. I absolutely encourage it. You just don't know. The lake that I walk at on a regular basis. I mean, I feel like I've walked 1,000,000 miles around this lake. They found a dead girl there a couple of months ago. And I thought, and that's why I refuse to be that victim. Yeah. And that's just how it is.
My daughter goes hiking, and she goes into some really rural areas here in Washington State when she's here in Washington. And I went hiking with her one day, and there was a really creepy, like a druggy guy that was like sitting there on a log, like way up on the trail. And it was just like, and I was so glad she was packing because, they grow, pot is legal now in Washington State, but back at the time it wasn't. But it doesn't matter. You just don't know who's going to be on the trail, or a bear or a mountain lion here in Washington State. We have all of that. And so there's a lot of, it's called common sense with guns. Guns aren't, right for everybody, but I really think that women should understand more about guns and how they can protect themselves. And when you go out there, we don't need to be the victim. We can be strong and protect ourselves.
Well, and that's why I work out. That's why I'm not just your typical aerobic where I lift iron. I lift weights. Yeah. I work out. I carry my gun, my conceal and carry. But I strongly encourage anyone, man or woman, if you're going to get your conceal and carry, go to a class. You have to go to classes to get the conceal and carry. But I mean, if you're really going to carry a gun, go to the class. Yeah. Take lessons from somebody. It is a deadly weapon.
That's great information. That is because a lot of times if they don't understand how they're using it, it can backfire on them. So that's great news. So let's switch over now to talk about the radio show that you have. Can you share with the viewers how they can find you, who your co-host is, and a little bit about it?
Yes. So excited. It's called Hot Mamas, Living Better at Any Age. It is on Tuesdays, every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's on boldradiostation.com. And we were just recently picked up on iHeartRadio.
Yay! Woo, woo. I love it.
Like mind-blowing. I'm like, oh my God, I'm on iHeartRadio.
Yes.
And, I have a fabulous co-host, and her name is Doneen Beckham. Yes. And she just wrote an amazing book. I think you had her on the show last week.
I did. Yes.
And Be Married Through Menopause. I'm like, oh my God, could this not have come at a better time? I mean, she is an amazing person. So it's been a tremendous honor and a lot of fun to have the show with her. We just banter and talk just kind of like you and I are, just like we're sitting here and talking. Tomorrow, we're going to have a wonderful guest, an actual doctor. So I'm real excited about that. And then I get to have you on next week.
I know.
So that's really neat. It's every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So excited about that.
Okay.
I've got a magazine column that I write for now. And all this is from 365 Affirmations to Smile. It's funny. I want to digress for a second. I remember when I was on your first show, and my book is a journal as well. You can journal in it. You can journal your thoughts. And I distinctly remember you telling me, and I've shared this many times since then, about people that asked me about the journaling of it. And I said, I remember you telling me that you tend to read it, think about it, and go back later, sometimes even in the evening, and then journal how it affected you or how you took it throughout your day. And I thought, I never thought of that. I never thought of doing it that way. So it's stuck with me. But through that, I have now doing a magazine column for the Missing Piece magazine. I'm doing a health and healthy eating column, and it launches January 17th, 2017 online. It's an interactive magazine. So it's it's like getting 12 coaches for the cost of a magazine. It's amazing what the
idea.
Yeah. So I did a speaking engagement for Oklahoma Organs for Life. That was a big honor to do that, and I was actually invited to their Christmas party. So that's been really neat. It's becoming an organization just very dear to me. It's fascinating how all that works and everything that they're able to do for people. So
Kelly, what's it been like for you this past year, having the responses of starting this on Facebook and sharing the quotes, and then writing the book, and so you've been sharing, you're asked to speak and stuff. Did you ever think this time last year that all of this would unfold the way it has?
No, I know, no. No, it has been a true ride, a great, wonderful journey, and one, honestly, I'm just getting started with, and I really look forward to 2017 and what's going to become of that. I've got a lot of things in the works. I have my coaching in the gym, my training that I'm doing. I've gotten about 4 clients now, which so many things. It's like, I never thought I'd be an author. I'm an author. Yep. I never thought I'd be a magazine columnist. I'm a magazine columnist. I never thought I would be on podcast interviews, be a speaker. It's like, wow, and then a personal trainer. It's just like, pitch me somebody, but I'm not waking up. We're taking this right through.
It is. That's one of another reason that I love having you on the show is because, there's so many people that are going to be watching this that either they're thinking about writing a book, or they have a book, or they have an idea, or they've written a book, Kelly. I know people have written a book, myself included, that sit on all these books. I'm out there now. I mean, I promote my book, but what can you say to the people who are contemplating writing a book? They feel they've got a book, they've written it, but they haven't published it, or they published it and they're just sitting and holding on it, thinking that because it's on Amazon, it's going to sell. What do you have to share with them?
Do it. One, if you are thinking of writing a book and you haven't, do it. I am living proof that you can do whatever you set your mind to. You can do what you don't set your mind out to do, and what you think you aren't going to do. It happens. People are going to make it happen for you. In 36 hours, less than 36 hours, it was a bestseller on Amazon, and it stayed there for 3 weeks in the top 20.
Yeah.
I was just mind blown. And this was last year. It came out January 26th, I believe, is when it came out. Yeah. Well, now it's the season, and it's got a whole new push going on right now, which is like surprised me. But it's because I'm out there, I'm promoting it. I have the tribe of women. We talk about our tribes. The tribe of I have met. Wow. And most of you all, I've never met in person. It's all in Facebook messages like we are doing right now, radio interviews. We've never actually met, but it is a connection and a tribe of women that I cannot encourage you enough. If you don't have a tribe, if you're not in a tribe, get in a tribe. I've got a blog. Oh my gosh, my mind just went blank.
Don't you love it? That happens to me all the time.
Please. Let's see. Oh, motivation. They keep becoming healthy. Oh, is that not? There you go. It's called Motivation, the key to becoming healthy. Go out there, click on it. Ask to. I'll put you in the group. There are amazing people out there. You've got your group, Prancing Kittens.
Yes.
get involved. I mean, it won't be a disappointment, and it will help your business grow, because we are women empowering women. It's what we do. We don't, I know a lot of people, or sometimes women can be, let's face it, we can be really catty, and not very nice. Yeah. But this group, it's just, I have not ran across that. I look to you and to Sunshine Sue, Brenda, Jody Harris. I look to you all as women that are just at a higher level, and you've paved the way. You've gone before me. And so when I look to you all, I see what y'all have done, and you guys are still promoting me, the people like me. Yeah. You don't have this, well, I've done this and have fun, figure it out. No, I mean, it's a tribe that is just constantly encouraging and promoting the power that we have within ourselves.
It is. They're not me's, they're we's.
Yes.
And we can't do it. We can't, as Joey Garrity says, you cannot be a lone wolf and be successful. It's not going to work, and I want women to know that are watching, that maybe don't know who I am, or Prancing Kittens, because maybe you found me through Kelly, is that you have to learn to trust again. We have all been burned by women. We have all been stabbed in the back, and we've all been let down, and you cannot give up. You got to keep going and keep finding. You will find your tribe. I know for a fact that if you friend request Kelly, she's going to accept it.
Absolutely.
She's going to accept it, and she's going to be, would love to be part of your tribe. And it's about all of us coming together. And I'm so blessed to have met you via all of the other tribe, with Jody Harris. And I tell you, people that are wanting to publish a book, contact and reach out to Jody Harris. She is just a gem. She's just a sweetheart.
She is amazing. I could not say enough about her. She's my common denominator for I have now is Jody, and it's such an honor. And that girl, I tell you, anything she touches turns to gold. I mean, she's and she's so humble. She's more a background person. Yeah. She's okay with being in the back, even though she's in the limelight all the time. She's really more of a background person, and so much going on background that she does for so many people. Where I am right now, some of the things I have going on in 2017, she's in my background doing and making them possible. So a little bit of a teaser. This is my accountability right here. I'm throwing it out there.
I love teasers. Bring it on. Bring it on.
My accountability. I am tossing around another book for February 2017 for Valentine's Day. So, and it'll be a little bit different, a little steamier, a little more. I've kind of tossed out some of the quotes this last week, and they got some big responses, because they're a little bit more about love and feelings and depth and sexualness.
Sexuality, I love it.
Beings, and so I'm there it is. I'm tossing that around. So now I'm going to make myself accountable, because I just blasted it out on the web.
You are accountable to all that. There's over 3,000 Prancing Kittens out there. So you're definitely accountable. But that's what pushes us, right? It's being accountable pushes it. So you're walking your talk and being accountable. I know you got to get back to work. I love having you on. I will have your website and all your contact information attached to the show. And Kelly, I cannot thank you enough for coming on today. It has just been a pleasure.
And it's still in time to get the book, 365 Affirmations to Smile for Christmas. They make fabulous stocking stuffers, Secret Santa gifts, all that, Secret Sister gifts. So get out there and get yours. And it's been an honor. Thank you so much.
I love it. Thank you so much for it. And I'll have that information attached to everybody. Thank you for joining us. Kelly has just been a delight. I'll have all of her contact information attached to the show. So until then, have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you.
Thank you.